Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prince Kilowe, and tonight we are going to be talking about support and resistance. Please, if you can hear me very clearly, if you can hear my voice clearly and also see the screen clearly, can you type yes on the chat box? Please, if you can hear me clearly, can you type yes on the chat box? All right. Good, good, good. You guys can hear me very clearly. All right, good. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. And our topic, like I told you, is going to be support and resistance. How do you understand? How do you draw support and resistance correctly? Because support and resistance is very important in trading. If you are trading, it doesn't matter which instrument you're trading, but trading as a whole, whether you're trading forex, trading crypto, you're trading volatility index, it doesn't matter which instrument you're trading. If you don't know how to draw support and resistance correctly, then you have a long way to go. And believe me, if you can correctly draw support and resistance, if you can draw support and resistance correctly and learn how to trade it, it means you have gone 50% of your journey in trading. I can say this anywhere in the world, in a podcast, in a television show. I can comfortably tell you this, that in every trading, support and resistance is very, very critical. If you can learn how to draw support and resistance, then you have passed 50% of the journey in trading. So I'm going to be showing you how you can draw support because we are called naked trader. We are going to be doing naked trading. We are naked traders. It means that we look at the charts, we study the chart based on past history. All right. So what is support and resistance? Let's talk about support and resistance. What is actually support and resistance? Okay. Support and resistance is I would mean support and resistance is when price touch a particular place and bounce back repeatedly. Support and resistance is simply means price touching a particular place and bounce back repeatedly. It means that a price touching a particular zone, it is also called zones, and bounce back repeatedly. It means that place is the resistance or is the support. So let's talk about resistance first. Resistance is like a ceiling. Whenever price touches a ceiling, price, imagine yourself, you are in a building, and whenever you raise your head up, you are hitting the ceiling all the time. Repeatedly, your head hits the ceiling. You touch, you hit the ceiling. And support and resistance doesn't mean that you are hitting the ceiling, doesn't mean that you cannot break the ceiling. But it takes force, a very powerful force for you to break through that ceiling. So support and resistance is nothing more than price doing or touching a particular zone repeatedly all the time. So let me show you how resistance look like and how support look like. Are we together? Now, for you to draw support and resistance, you need to go to this is trading view. What you are seeing is trading view. And please, ladies and gentlemen, take this very seriously. If you can learn how to draw this support and resistance, like I told you before, you are going to be passing 50% mark in trading. Now, before you draw support and resistance, rule number one is higher time frames. You don't want to draw your support and resistance with 1 hour. 1 hour is good. You don't want to draw your support and resistance with 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and all that. But you want to draw the rule number 1 is draw your support and resistance with a higher time frame. Draw support and resistance with a higher time frame. It means that you don't want to go back to smaller time frame, because the higher time frame is where the big boys, because remember, you and I are just 20% of the forex market or in the trading market. We have people. When I meet people, when I say people, I'm talking about banks, hedge funds. I'm talking about investors that have a lot of money to come to the market. The forex market or the trading market is very, very deep. It is not a market for small boys. You or I, we are called retail traders. But the major players in the forex market is these people, federal governments, because all the governments of the world trade forex. And these guys are not looking at small time frame like 1 hour, 2 hours, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. They are looking at higher time frames. So for you to correctly know this turning point, the places where people are, because support and resistance is a place where price touches and bounces back repeatedly, and you want to know these places so you can know when to trade it, whether to buy or sell. Rule number 1, higher time frame. Now, if you look at my chart, I am using 1 week time frame. This is 1 week, right? So what you want to do is, this is TradingView. You go to your TradingView. If you're not using TradingView, go to tradingview.com, create an account. This is a horizontal line. Once you have your horizontal line, check. What you want to do is to click your horizontal line. Will you agree with me that this place is a zone? Because this zone is where price has touched and bounced back repeatedly according to the one week time frame. But the 1 week time frame is what the big boys, they are looking at the 1 week time frame. They are trading with the 1 week time frame. They are not trading with 1 hour or 2 hours, like I told you. This is the place the big boys are looking at. So you want to take advantage of this big boys turning point. Now, will you agree with me? Those of you are on the call, please, can you type yes if you can agree with me? Will you agree with me that here is the turning point? Look at here. Let me even put a mark here. All right, somebody said yes. Okay. This is a zone, is a major turning point, all right? Now, this is another zone. Will you agree with me that look at what price did? This was a March 12, 2018. March 12, 2018, price was here, you know. How to know this turning point is about history. You want to know the past. As a support and resistance trader, your goal is to know the history of the market. Once you have used higher time frame, now you want to know the turning point. Look at this place, price got here in March, and what happened? If you click this is price, how to measure the pip. After price touched that pip, price moved down, all the way down, and it was about 1,600 pips falling. That shows that this place is a major turning point, and you want to take note of this. Now look at what price is doing here. Price, this was in March 2018, and another rule is for you to understand about support and resistance is that the months or the years, how many years where price touched that place doesn't really matter. It could be 10 years ago. So once you have identified one, you want to go much further. You go back, let's go back to history. Remember, support and resistance is history. This is another place to show you because you want to be sure of this turning point. Will you agree with me that price touch here and bounce back? Let me lock, no. Let me lock it. All right. Will you agree with me that this place is a zone? Now, support or resistance can become support. If you look at this chart very well, this place was once a support. All right, this place was once a support, but after a time, when price all right, when price go to this point, price was going up, coming down, but got here and it stopped. Here it was support. This place, this is support. If you look at it very well, it is support. It is support. Now price got to this point, broke through this zone, and here it became resistance. I don't know if you guys are following. This was, let me look at the year when this happened. This was, okay, this was 2012. The year doesn't really matter. How many years ago doesn't, it could be 10 years ago, but the most important thing is that price touched a particular zone and bounced back. So this place, it was support. Support meaning like support is like a floor. Support can also be broken with force. This, what happened here was a fake out. This is the real zone. This is what we call this in trading fake out. Price just broke through here, immediately went again. It was a fake out. Those people who are, somebody may be trading this and they say, price has broken through. I have broken through here. It is a sell. But price, look at what price, the price went all the way up. All right. So now you have identified this place as a strong zone. Now, what do? Do you just place a trade once price get to that point? No. We'll get to that place, how to trade. But for now, let us understand the concept of support and resistance. Support and resistance is where price has touched and bounced back repeatedly. Support and resistance is where price touched and bounced back repeatedly. For example, according to our example, this place is called resistance, while the floor, the down, is called support. So let me go down. Now that you have identified, we need the recording on the group chat. Okay, no problem. I'm going to do that. Now that we have identified this support and resistance, the network is running bad here. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So now you have this chart. You have to now go back to daily. Now, remember, I drew this with, if I started with the higher time frame, which is 1 week. Now, let's go back to daily. You have to also compare the daily. You have seen the support and resistance with the 1 week time frame. And of course, the 1 week time frame will give you clarity. It will give you a better understanding of these turning points. But you need to understand, the turning points. Now we have seen the turning point. So let's go back to daily and draw it with daily time frame. Let's go back to the daily. So now you come here and you draw this here. Now we have used the 1 hour time frame. We are going to come back to daily. Will you agree with me that this is a zone? Will you agree with me that this place is a zone? How many of you will agree with me that this place is a zone? Once you draw this, you lock it. All right, you lock it. How many of you will agree with me that this place is a zone? Once you've done, okay, perfectly a zone. Okay, good. All right, perfectly a zone. Okay, good. All right, this place is a zone. It means that price will touch and bounce back whenever price touches the zone. You can see that before now, price display was a resistance, but price broke through this zone, got to this fourth zone, and came back and retest. This was in February 2021. Now, price went further up, but look at today, price has come here to retest this zone. Remember, support and resistance is not a straight line, it's a zone. So here is, you can even use 2 lines to draw these zones. Like this. This is another zone. All right. This is a zone. So whenever price gets to this zone, you are going to be looking for trade opportunity whenever price gets to this zone. But for this class, our goal is to learn how to draw this zone perfectly. This class is not to know how to trade it, but let us learn how to draw this zone perfectly. If you look at this was a zone. Price got here. It was here in August 31st, price test this place. On August 19th, price tested here as a zone, it went back. 31st, price tested this zone, it went back. And the price came back here again in February 8th after touching this zone, and it has now come back and now it is rejecting. So this is where you want to be looking for trade opportunities, where price has touched and bounced back repeatedly. Here it was a resistance, but here now it has become support. I don't know if you guys are following me. Are you guys with me? Let's go further to see if that place is indeed a zone. Can you see that here in September 17, 2000, in September 12, 2017, price touched this place. You can see the touches. A zone 14 September. This is November 17, November 24, 2017, price touched here and bounced back. So these are all zones. Now, remember, I am using the daily time frame now. When you use a daily time frame, it will give you clarity. It will give you the understanding of the turning point, because the smaller time frame will make a lot of noise. Are we together? Smaller time frames makes a lot of noise, but when you are using higher time frame, you will see this turning point. And if you don't want to use candlestick, you can also use line charts to clearly identify these zones. But line chart shows only the closing price. You can see these zones clearly on a line chart. Sometimes you may be using candlestick and you may not be able to see the turning points clearly, but look at where I click. If you click here, we have bar chart, we have halo candles, Henneke. These are all charts, but the most popular chart is bar chart and candlesticks. All right. Now let's look at candlestick. So we have identified this as a zone. Now let's also identify another zone. It is very visible. It is clear. Now, if I take my cursor and click here, Will you agree with me that this place is also a zone? Look at the weeks. You can include the weeks. So let me also include the weeks. When you are drawing your zone, make sure that you are also including the weeks. Those of you who are already advanced traders, you know what I'm talking about, the weeks. You lock it. Make sure you lock it. All right. Can you see that this place is a zone? For you to know that the place you are marking is a zone, is measure the pip. How many pip falling? How many times? How fast price got? Okay, let's measure from here. This was 2018 June. Price got here. Let's see how many pips movement. After price got there, price moved like about. Price came all the way to 232 pips. It means that it is a strong zone. Look at price came down here again. This was September 24, 2018. Price got here. Look at what happened. About 300 pips. So this is a very, very strong zone. So you want to take advantage of this zone. So you as a price action trader, your goal is to be monitoring the market once it gets to this zone. We are going to talk about the method, how to trade it in our next class. But for now, our goal is to properly identify this zone. And remember, I told you that the best way to see these zones is using a higher time frame. Remember, this is daily time frame. Now let's go back again to see and identify another zone. This is a zone. How many of you will agree with me that this is a zone? Now, for you to identify this zone, you go back. Price is history. Look at it. It is a zone. How many of you agree with me that this is a zone? Look at price here. Once you clearly identify these zones, your trading becomes easy. You don't want to trade except, and price support and resistance traders, we don't trade all the time. That's why you don't see me trading every day. You don't have to trade every day. Once you know these turning points, you wait for the market to get to these turning points and you only trade when price is or not on these turning points. This is a zone. This is a zone. How many of you agree with me that this is a zone? If you agree with me, type 1. That here it was resistance, here it became support. How many of you agree with me? Look at zone here. This is a zone. Yes, one Vicky say yes. This is a zone. Look at it, price to share. Look at. Now, identifying these zones with a higher time frame does not mean that you have to trade it with a higher time frame. Trading it is a different technique. Yeah, it's also a zone, yes. Trading it is also a different method. Trading it, we'll talk about trading it for now. Our goal is to properly identify these zones. So in other words, support and resistance is history of the market. You want to go back as much as possible. It doesn't matter how many years. Look at it now. This is 2016. Old zone also doesn't matter. Let's see here. This place is also a zone. You want to draw them. You want to draw them correctly. Once you have succeeded in drawing these zones, trading becomes very, very easy. Once anyone you discover your market, as in you lock it, whether you're using TradingView or you're using a MetaTrader 5 or 4, it's the same thing. you lock it. Can you see that price respect this zone? Look at this place. Price went up here, it came down. It went up here, it broke through this one. Here, price came up here, tested this zone. It got here, it pushed back. See, whenever price approaches zones, price usually respect these zones. Are you guys with me? Price usually respect these zones. Look at, now price is struggling on this zone because it is a strong support and resistance zone. Now we have done this with Euro USD. Let's now look at, let not be as if it's just on Euro USD. Let's check another chart. Now I want to go back to, let me check trading view. Now this is tradingview.com. You come here, you can use it to analyze all the market, Bitcoin, Forex, stock markets, and all that. So you just come here and you change the, what's it called? You change it to Euro JPY. Let me see Euro JPY, Euro Japanese yen. Now I'm going to remove all these things. Remember, we are going to start with a higher time frame. Higher time frame is where the big boys, like I told you, they are not looking at 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. They are trading with the higher time frame. And the higher time frame confirmation, when you see a zone that respects higher time frame, that is a major turning point. So let's start by, let's touch here. Will you agree with me that this place is a turning point, is a zone? Will you agree? If you agree with me, can you type yes? That this place is a zone. Look at zone number 1. Okay, yes, Prince Terminal. Let me also see another one. Is this another zone? Does it look like a zone? The answer is yes. How do I know? Look at what happened. Look at what price did. Price did about, after price touching that zone, price fell about 1,066 pips. All right, it means that it is a strong zone. It is a zone. Now, let's go further. Let's go back. Remember, look at where this place, it was support. When Adaka Michael, yes, here it was support. But remember, support can become resistance. How? Once price breaks through a support, and then here it becomes resistance. And resistance can also be support. Atama Gosse say yes. Now resistance can also become support, and support can also become resistance. Look at it. It doesn't matter how many years ago, 10 years ago, it doesn't matter. This is May 3, 2010. Always remember that your goal as a price action trader is to go back to history. History is, you are like weather forecast people. You know, weather people, they look at, they forecast weather and they look at past data of the weather in a particular place. We are not different from them. We forecast the market, and we forecast the market based on past history. Because support and resistance is just like, let me use the concept of a girlfriend that you have. Let's say you have a girlfriend, your girlfriend, and your girlfriend is someone that whenever you take her out to be among your friends, your male friends, she's someone that likes to follow other men. All right. Now, whenever you want to go out with her, if you discover that she keeps following your friend whenever you go out with her, will you go out with that girl? Will you take her to a public place again? Let us answer this question. This is the concept of support and resistance. Support and resistance is like that. A girl that usually follow your friends, will you, when you see her, when you take her to a public place, you want to be very careful whenever you see your male friends around you. If you can answer this question, then means you have understood the concept of support and resistance. Support and resistance is simply as is like that. Price touch these places repeatedly. So when price gets to these zones, you as a trader, look at this zone, is a zone. You as a trader, you have to be very careful, because whenever price touches this place, it bounces back. It means, look at this place, price touches, the first touch was 6 April 2009. The second touch was 1st June 2009. The third touch was 10th August 2009. The fourth touch was 26th October 2009. Now, whenever price, if you are trading, it doesn't matter how long price has touched that. Look at this place again. This was August 2015. Remember, everybody is watching this zone. Whenever price is approaching this place, because of what the price has done in the past, remember, we are reading the past. Because of what this price has done in the past, every trader is watching. They said, okay, if price has done this in the past, it means that price could do this in the future. So whenever price approach this zone, they will either look for a buy, sell opportunity. Because whenever I touch here, it fell. Look at what happened. This is 17 August 2015. What happened? Price touched here and fell back massively. Now, look at this place again. Price got to this place again, February 5, 2018. It fell back. So now, you as a, look at the current price now, you as a trader, look at what happened here. It came here, broke through this zone and became support here, became resistant. Here it was support, right? Now it became resistant. Price fell back, touch here and push back, resistant. Now it has broken through this zone. This is where you'll be looking at your trading opportunity, this place. So your goal is to watch this price to this level. Now that price has broken through this zone, once it gets to this point, there is a possibility that it will still fall again. That is the concept of support and resistance, the past history. What the price has done in the past, it may also do it in the future. That doesn't mean that support and resistance cannot be broken. It can be broken too. We'll talk about how to trade it when it breaks through. But for now, our goal is just to learn it. How do we trade it? How do we draw it correctly? And the best way to draw it is using a higher time frame. You can go back to daily and see that even the daily, the price keep respecting this zone. So you don't want to trade on all these places. All these places is called no man land, except this zone. All right? Except it is on a zone. As a naked trader, look at this zone. Will you agree with me that here is also a zone? Let me know if you agree with me. If you agree with me, type 2. That this place is a zone. If you agree with me, please type 2. That this is a zone. It's visual. Once you see a zone, it is not hidden. Yes, it is a zone. Vicky Smart. Yes. Gideon Bassi, zone. This is a zone, right? Now, as a trader, you want to be looking at trading opportunities on these zones. You don't want to be looking at trading opportunities on these no man lands. I call all these places a no man land. All here a no man land. All right? You are only looking at trading opportunities on zones. That is why you need to use a higher time frame to identify this zone. But you can go back to 4 hours or even smaller time frame like 1 hour to enter. If you look at even the 4 hours, you can clearly see that these are all turning points. These are all turning points. Look at it's very clear to you. Now, you can even draw it with smaller time frame. Look at for smaller time frame, it will also give you a turning point, but always look at the higher time frame as the major turning point. But you can go back to the smaller time frame to also draw your zone. Look at price respect, look at the zone. It was resistance here, but price broke through the zone, came back to retest it before it's now going up. So ladies and gentlemen, guys, this is how you can clearly identify support and resistance zone. Okay, now let's even look at the volatility index. Those of us who are trading V75, it makes the same, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Now, I want to shock you something. Look at, I don't know what some of you may have seen my video I posted today on the group. Look at where I took my trade. I took my trade when price got to this point, this zone. This was where I placed my buy. If you look at this place, all right, all these places, they are zones. Now, price got to this point before going up. If you look at this zone, it was a resistance here, but price broke through this zone. It came back to retest. Now it's going up. So I placed my trade here, a buy trade on this zone, because I saw that this is a zone. It was coming down, but I knew that because this is a strong zone, it will always respect the zone. Look at it here. Look at, look at all here. Can you see what price has done? All these points are turning points. The same thing with crash. Let me show you boom 1000. It doesn't matter the instrument, but the concept remains the same. Look at the boom 1000. Look at price touch this zone and it went back. It touched this zone. This is 2nd February. Is it 2nd February? Yes. Let me use a higher time frame. Okay, look at what price did. Price go to this point and it went back. So price usually respect this turning point. So you have to learn how to mark this zone. This trading, look at here. This is a zone. You can see how price respected this zone. It went up here, touched this zone. It came back to test here. It went up here, respected the zone. It came back. It took force to break through the zone, but it came back to retest before going up and test this zone. So once you are comfortable drawing support and resistance zone, I guarantee you, your trading becomes very, very easy. Rule number 1, use a higher time frame. Once you use a higher time frame, you go back to 4 hours, you go back to even to enter the trade. We are going to talk about trading entry techniques, but for now, our goal is learn how to draw it. Once you draw it correctly, then you will not think of how do we enter, what do we have to see before we enter it for a buy or a sell. I hope you understand. How many of you have understood what I am talking about? If you understand what I'm been explaining, please can you type yes? If you have understood what I have been explaining, can you type yes? If you can learn how to trade, see, people have made millions of dollars through this strategy. See, in Forex, you don't need to learn. Forex or trading is very big. It's very big. Thank you. It's very big. Okay, Vicky, thank you. Forex is good. It is very vast. You don't want to learn everything in Forex. You can't learn everything. Just learn one strategy well. All as I study this Forex market, as I study billionaire traders and millionaire traders, what I discover is that it's just common things, easy things like this that you can be joking, taking it simple, but it's about the consistency in what you're doing. if you are consistent in trading this strategy, I tell you the truth, you won't even talk about indicators. Look at, it's very clear, very, very open. Look at, the turning points are obvious. Anybody can see it. Anybody can see these turning points. They are very, very obvious. Once you are consistent in these things, you can make money over and over. Yes, 2 days ago, one of our students here, she called me and she said, sir, she said the simple strategy you showed me about support and resistance, that she said she has made thousands of dollars in trading this strategy, and it works. Imagine you placing a trade here. Look at how price fell. Now you have drawn this line. Now take a buy from here. Look at what you make. You collect a profit here, price got a buy again, just like that. Once you learn how to draw this zone correctly, I guarantee you'll be making money from this market every single day. Just learn one thing very well. You don't want to learn everything in Forex. No. A lot of people thought, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to read this book. You are going to read books, but believe me, you want to learn one or two strategy. If it is support and resistance, you're going to learn, master it very, very well. Let it be that your strategy is support and resistance. You can add trend lines and all that, but just master one strategy. Once you become a master of one particular strategy, that particular strategy can make you rich. I guarantee you that. So guys, I want to once again thank you for coming. I'm very super, super excited for you guys here in this academy. I want you to take this skill seriously, because this is what will guarantee your future. After all of us, most of us, we are in this business of trading and investing. Think about it. All these guys that you are seeing, you and I, we are investing our money like Wisely and every other trading company. What do you think they do? They are trading. The legitimate ones, I'm not talking about the one that will scam us, but the ones that truly, there are trading companies. They are not doing so much. Once you learn this strategy very well, you learn how to manage your emotions. Well, that is a very big topic. You learn how to manage your risk. Your trading become very easy. Only one strategy can make you rich. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming, and I want to encourage you to keep learning. And remember, your success is in your own hands. There is nothing you can do about the government. There is nothing you can do about the economy of this country, wherever you are. But the only thing you can control is your own economy. That's why I'm super, super excited with most of you guys in this academy. You are here learning, because the secret about success is keep learning. You want to dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. That is one of the secrets about success. Successful people learn every single day. They learn, they read, they study. If you want to become successful, one of my mentors said something about this. He said, if you want to become successful, he said, do not seek success. What do you seek? You seek to become a person of value. And that is why this academy is very important. You have to make yourself valuable. The skill you are learning, this skill, I didn't know that this skill would take me around. Today, I go to places, I learn this skill, and this skill has made me who I am today. So if you want to make yourself valuable, you have to commit yourself every single day to learn. It's important that you commit yourself to lifelong learning. You don't want to say, okay, I will learn today, I will not learn tomorrow. No, every single day. It doesn't matter whether you are advanced or basic. You have to learn from the scratch every day. Spend at least 1 hour to learn. There is no skill you cannot learn. There is no skill, absolutely no skill you cannot learn. No skill. According to Knight Agile in America, he said, if you can spend every day 1 hour to learn any skill of endeavor, he said you'll become an expert in that skill in 5 years or less. So how many hours are you spending a day in learning this skill? 1 hour, is it much? It's not much. You can listen to these videos, watch these videos, or rather, read the books that I have sent most of you guys books. The videos are there. Spend at least 1 hour every day to learn. When I got started, I was spending like 6 hours every day because I was hungry. And believe me, if you want to become successful, you have to become, like Brian said, become hungry for success. Me, I was hungry for success then. Then I just ran out of my tenure as a counselor, got involved in a business and lost millions of naira and became broke. So I was ready. Perhaps that's the situation right now. You have been failed, you have failed in one or two businesses and you want to get yourself back. So the secret is this. There is no skill you cannot master. You can become a master in this skill. If you want to become a leader, you have to become a master in something. So be a master in this industry. So how do you become a master? Is commit yourself every single day to learn at least 1 hour. It doesn't matter where you're working. My mentor, Jim Ray, said something. He said, you spend more time on your job, you earn a living. But if you spend more time in investing in yourself, you earn a fortune. So how many hours every day are you spending in investing in yourself? How many hours? Just look at yourself. How many hours are you spending on yourself? Warren Buffett was asked by a reporter. A reporter asked Warren Buffett on CNN. And the reporter said, sir, what is the highest investment one can make? Warren Buffett looked at the reporter and said, the highest investment you can make is in yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys. I love all of you in this academy. My goal is for you to become somebody tomorrow. It is not in the job. The skill you are developing today, the skill you are learning right now is your gift. This is what will guarantee your future. It is not the job. Forget about the job. I tell people you can never become wealthy through job. Never. I have not seen a job, an employee become wealthy, except you steal money. But you can, your gift, this is your skill. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 16, the Bible said a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. The Bible didn't say a man's job or a man's PhD. It doesn't matter about your PhD. Your PhD doesn't really matter. After all, people who have PhD, they are working for people who don't have PhD, who drop out of school. Bill Gates is an example. Bill Gates is an example. So it is not about your job, but it is about your gifts that will bring it before great men. And your gift are the skills you're learning every single day. The gift of this. I became a counselor, it was through photography. Photography was a gift. At least to start life, I took the immediate past governor of Bayelsa State a photograph, one photograph. That was a gift. So the skills you are learning, you will not even understand where these skills will take you to. So dedicate yourself to learning, become a slave to your gift. It means that you're going to do things in a certain way. Wallace D. Watson, in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, he said, if you want to become great, if you want to be rich, you have to do things in a certain way. Doing things in a certain way meaning that you have to go crazy, go gaga. I'm going to do it no matter what. When I first started, I promised myself, this skill, I am going to learn it. I committed myself to learning this skill. And today I have the result. I make money every day from the comfort of my home. You can do it. And most of you are already doing it. And I'm so proud of you guys. So you may have initial setbacks, discouragement, don't bother about all that. The road to success is not always smooth, it's rough. It takes the mind of great people to pass through the rough road and the rough, difficult times to climb to the hill. So be ready to walk your way to the top. You have to walk to the top, but it is not going to be easy. People are going to be thinking you're wasting your time. But don't mind the naysayer, just keep doing it. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. Somebody say, okay, thank you for this opportunity. This is a lifetime meal. ticket. God bless you richly. Thank you. God save Atama. God save, I'm so proud of you. I know how we met. God save is my brother. Is my brother. Is my when I say my brother is my brother, is my friend. We schooled together in those days in my community. I schooled in the village. We schooled together. God save Atama was the sanitary. God save was the sanitary prefect. God save was the sanitary prefect. Why I was labor prefect. I was the social prefect. Later we had issues and they changed me to become a labor prefect, even when I don't know how to do any labor work. God save was sanitary prefect. We have lost contact, but God save contacted me on Facebook because he saw me keep posting about forest, and he contacted me. I think God said join our academy last year, but today God said he called me the other day and says I'm making money. He's my friend and my brother. So guys, if God safe can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So just be ready, be committed every single day. Tell yourself, I am going to do it. It doesn't matter how many times you have lost money in trading. It doesn't really matter. Success is not by giving up. Successful people fail over and over before they get to the top. So you have to commit yourself to this skill. Commitment is very important. Your consistency is what will differentiate you from ordinary people. Ordinary people, they do something 1 day, 2 weeks, 2 months, they don't see results and they give up. But successful people keep doing it over and over until they see results. You are a successful man. You are a successful man. So keep doing it. It doesn't matter how many times you have failed. Keep doing it. You'll see your result. Deliberately make yourself valuable. Make yourself valuable. Read books. I cannot overemphasize this on this platform. Read books. Books like Think and Grow Rich, The Secret of the Millionaire's Mind by T.F. Ecker, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. You have to program your mind because whatever you are, right, wherever you are is as a result of your thinking. Your thinking is very important. So you have to monitor your thinking. According to my mentor, Jim Brown, he said every day, stand guard at the door of your mind. Monitor what comes into your mind. Your mind is very important. It's very critical. That is why in this academy, I am deliberately every single day, whenever I have this lecture with you, I talk more about a mindset. Because until your mind change, nothing change in your life. So ladies and gentlemen, I love you all and I want you to grow. I want to be traveling. I want to be traveling around this world. Whenever I'm in a city, I see people coming to say, thank you, sir, for helping me. That's my vision. That's my goal. That should be your own goal. Whatever thing you're learning, make sure that you also impact someone else. You have to teach. You have to train. You're a mentor. You're a leader in your own capacity. So make it easier to become a leader by keep learning every single day. So you become an expert in this industry in 5 years or less. Let us travel the world together and make money together through trading. So thank you guys once again. I'll see you again on Friday on our advanced class. Good night and God bless you all.